Hi guys, and welcome to virtual Kinstretch. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to focus on the lower extremity, and by that meaning the knee, the ankle, and the toes. And what today is going to require a lot of is it's going to require a lot of body control and awareness, especially in differentiating between where we are in the tibia. Are we up in the knee joint? Are we down in the ankle joint? And so if you experience a lot of difficulty today with controlling these movements, understanding these movements, grasping these movements, then 100% you are in the right place, and this video is the video for you. So don't get frustrated, but just keep working through those patterns and those movements. If you have bunions, foot pain, plantar fasciitis, shin pain, shin splints, or knee pain, or any of those of the above, then this is a really, really great class for you. So where we're gonna start is we're gonna start off in the toes. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on differentiating the big toe versus the four little toes. So we'll start one leg at a time and switch to the other foot. So everyone's starting with their left foot. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna drive our last four toes into the ground and lift our big toe up as high as we possibly can, holding there and relaxing. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Drive those 4 little toes into the ground, lift the big toes up, hold, 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 reset. Last one, drive those last 4 toes into the ground, lift the big toe up as high as you can, hold, 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 and relax. Now we're gonna reverse that. So we're gonna drive that big toe into the ground and lift those 4 little toes without collapsing on that arch. Relax, we're gonna do that again. Big toe goes into the ground, little toes go up, and this time try and spread those little toes as wide as you possibly can. Again, not collapsing into that arch. Reset, last one, drive that big toe into the ground, lift those 4 little toes up, pull them apart, hold, 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 and relax. We're gonna do that same thing on the opposite foot. Drive those last 4 toes into the ground, lift that big toe up as high as you possibly can, hold, 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 relax. Drive those last 4 toes in the ground, lift the big toe up, hold, hold. Last time, reset, drive those last 4 toes in the ground, lift the big toe up, hold, 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 reset. Now we're gonna drive that big toe into the ground, lift those 4 little toes up and spread them as wide as you possibly can. Reset. Don't collapse into that arch, drive the big toe into the ground, lift the 4 little toes up, hold, 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 reset. Last one, drive the big toes into the ground, lift the little toes up, hold, hold, hold. Now, we're gonna go back to that foot that we started on, and this time we're gonna try to work on engaging our intrinsic foot muscles. So what those muscles are the muscles that hold up our arch. And as you can see, what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna try and bring the base of the big toe and the heel as close together as possible, really trying to engage that arch, creating that doming effect of our foot, and then we're gonna relax. So we're gonna do 3 of these, 1 foot at a time. So again, trying to drive your big toe and your heel together, create that doming effect. If you put your finger right on the inside of the arch, you should feel those muscles working. Hold, hold, hold. Relax. We're gonna do 2 more. Pull together, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Trying to relax these toes as much as possible, not gripping into the ground. Relax. Last one, we wanna really isolate those intrinsic muscles. Pull those together, create that doming effect. Again, you can palpate that arch. Those muscles should be working like crazy. And relax. We're gonna do the same thing, but on the other opposite leg. So again, pulling those 2 points together, creating that doming effect, holding, 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 relax. Again, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Again, don't dig those toes into the ground, relaxing those toes. All of that engagement's gonna come from the arch. Last one, pull together these 2 points together, pull, 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 and slowly relax. Next thing we're gonna do, last thing we're gonna do in the feet is we're gonna work through our big toe extension. So starting in that first foot, what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your finger and you're gonna pull this big toe up towards your head. The second toes might come with it, but we're not trying to actively pull all those toes together. We're really just focused on that big toe. So you're gonna pull that big toe to its maximum extension. without pain. So this shouldn't cause pain in the joint right in through here. If it does cause pain, just back off of it a little bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a pails and rails contraction out of this position. So our pails contraction is gonna be pushing that big toe into our fingers. So it's like we're trying to drive our big toe into the ground, except our toe's not actually gonna move. Our rails contraction is gonna be trying to pull away from our finger and pull that toe even closer to that shin. So we're gonna do round one, pushing this big toe into our fingers at 5% effort. 10%, remember the fingers are resisting that, 15, 20, hold there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, try and pull away from your fingertips, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax there, reset, catch your breath. Round two, we're gonna increase that intensity. We're gonna go 10%, pushing that toe into the fingers, 20%. 30%, 40, 50, hold there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, pull away from those fingertips, 10, 9, keep pulling, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax. We're gonna do that same thing, but with this toe. So we're gonna start out nice and light with that pails contraction, going 5%, pushing into your fingers, 10%, 15, 20, holding there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, pull away from your fingers, pull, 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Round two is going to be a little bit more intense. We're going to go 10%, pushing in towards our finger, 20%, 30, 40, 50, hold there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax that contraction, pull away from your fingertips, pull towards your shin, 10, 9, fight for more, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax. Good work. So now that we've gone through our toes, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work through our ankles and through our shins. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna work through inversion and eversion. And so what that is opening and closing that ankle joint. And so how we're gonna do that is we're gonna start off in plantar flexion. So if you have a yoga block or something like that where you can elevate your foot a little bit, and the reason for this being I wanna get the toes off of the ground a little bit. So by elevating the heel, my ankle can be fully pointed or in plantar flexion, and then I can work from that end range without having the ground in the way. So from this position, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna point my toes, create that plantar flexion, and all I'm gonna do is try and bring the sole of my heel as facing up towards the ceiling and then out towards that way. So we're gonna go in and out, keeping those toes pointed. And we're just gonna do 5 of these each direction, just exploring what it means to invert and evert. Good. And nothing from the knee should move. We shouldn't be diving this way and that. Everything should stay completely still. And if you need to kind of hold on to your knee in order to help facilitate that movement, and then you totally can. But we're just going back and forth, back and forth, just exploring that range. Good. When you've done 5, we're going to do the same thing but on the opposite foot. So again, we're going to plant that toe or elevate the heel, point the toes. We're going to work through inversion and eversion. Doing 5 of these. Eversion going out. You're not going to have a lot of range, especially in plantar flexion. That's okay. We just want to explore what little range we have. Good. And when you've hit 5, what we're going to do, you can take that yoga block out of the way, is we're going to hit our 3 ankle cars. So we're going to elevate our entire ankle, right? We're gonna bring this ankle or this knee into a chokehold. You can either grab your hands here, you can grab your hands here, or here, doesn't really matter. And we're just gonna knock out 3 ankle cars. So we're gonna go to the left first, or clockwise, and we're just gonna work through 3 nice, slow, controlled circles. Imagining that our toe is a Sharpie, and we're just drawing a circle with that Sharpie and reversing that. And just trying to make nice, slow movements with our ankle. Again, not working through any pain points, reverse that, but working through that uncomfortableness. A lot of us, we don't take the time to really practice good ankle health. And so this might be a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you're someone like me who spent their whole life spraining their ankles and having to tape ankles, wrap ankles. For me, this is definitely a weak point. I can't remember if I've switched, so we're just gonna keep going. And knock out 3 more and relax. Good, so that was our ankle. Now we're gonna focus on the tibia. So the tibia, or the knee joint, we're mostly known for flexing and extending our knee, but what we might not know, or what you might not realize, is that our tibia also contributes to external and internal rotation. So how we're gonna start with this is by just training internal and external rotation. So we're gonna go back into that chokehold, but this time we're gonna pull our toes up towards our shin. What that's gonna do is that's gonna lock our ankle joint out. And from this position, all we're gonna do is we're gonna take our big toe and we're gonna rotate that big toe into midline and take our little toe or our pinky toe and rotate out. If you wanna take your opposite hand and put it right on that knee joint, we should be able to feel that movement in our shin, right? If you're not feeling anything, then likely you're moving all from the ankle and not from the shin. So you should be able to really feel that rotation of that tibia on that femur. So once you've done 5 of these each direction, go ahead and switch legs. Again, pull the toes up towards the shin. If you want to take that off hand, put it right on that knee joint. That way you can really feel big toe going in, little toe going out. And we're hitting 5 of these each direction, just getting used to what that internal and external rotation should feel like. Good. And when you've hit 5 of those, we're gonna knock out our knee cars. So they're gonna look a lot like what we just did, except we're gonna add in a little bit of knee extension and knee flexion. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start in internal rotation. So pulling those toes up towards our shin, we're gonna go toes into midline, big toe into midline. We're gonna extend that knee about 3/4 of the way. We're gonna go little toe out and flex down. We're gonna do 2 more. Internally rotate, extend, externally rotate, flex. Last one, internally rotate, extend, externally rotate, flex. Stay there, we're gonna reverse that. So we're gonna go externally rotate up, internally rotate down, externally rotate, extend, internally rotate down. Last one, externally rotate up, internally rotate down. We're gonna do that same thing with that opposite leg. Again, pulling those toes up towards our shin. We're gonna start internal rotation, so toes into big toe into midline. Extend about 3/4 of the way up. Little toe out, flex, big toe in, extend, little toe out, flex, big toe in, extend, little toe out, flex, stay there, reverse, little toe out, extend, big toe in, flex, little toe out, extend, big toe in, flex, 1 more little toe out, extend, big toe in, and flex. Good, now we're gonna explore this a little bit further, this internal and external rotation of the tibia, by doing our own pails and rails contraction out of this. So, similar movement, I guess, similar positioning. We're gonna start pulling our toe up towards our shin. Now, I'm starting on my left leg, so with my right hand, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna pull my big toe in towards midline, just like what we were doing a second ago. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna aim to bring my little toe out as far as I can, but my hand is preventing me from actually doing that. With that opposite hand, what you can do is put that at the shin, and you should, as you engage, feel the contraction of the muscles right underneath your hand. If you don't feel anything, again, likely you're pulling from the ankle joint rather than from the knee joint. So we really want to make sure those toes are pulled up towards our shin to eliminate the ankle from compensating. So from this position, you're going to pull your big toe into midline. That's going to accentuate or max out your internal rotation. We're going to start nice and light, taking our pinky toe and driving into our hand at 5% effort. 10%, 15, 20. Hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax that. We're going to increase that intensity. So we're going to go 10%, pushing that big toe out or little toe out. 20%, 30, 40, 50. Hold there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax. We're going to do the exact opposite. So if you're on your left leg, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to bring your pinky toe out away from you as much as possible. And using that same hand, you're going to grab the inside of your arch and your big toe. Now with that opposite hand, you can come right on that knee, and again, as you rotate, you should feel that contraction of the muscles around that joint. So we're gonna do the same thing, just reversing that movement. So we're gonna go 5%, trying to bring that big toe into midline, so pushing into your hand. 10%, 15, 20, hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, reset, pushing in at 10%, 20%, 30, 40, 50. Hold there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax. Good. We're going to do the same thing with the opposite leg. So we're going to start in maxed out internal rotation. So you're going to take, if you're on your right leg, you're going to take that opposite hand, pull that knee or that toe into big toe into midline. We're going to start by driving that pinky toe into our hand at 5%. 10% effort. 15, 20, hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, reset, drive 10%. 20%, 30, 40, 50. Hold there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse that. So now you're going to take that same hand, drive that pinky toe out. You're going to grab that right at that base of the first toe into that arch. You're going to go big toe pushing into hand at 5%. 10, 15%, 20% effort. Hold there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, drive into that new range. Reset. 10%, pushing into hand. 20%, 30, 40, 50. Hold there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax. Good. Where we're going to finish today is we're going to finish in our 90-90. So if this is the first time you've ever been in this position, what this position is going to require is 90 degrees on one leg, 90 degrees on the back. So your back thigh should be parallel with your front shin. Front thigh should be parallel with your back shin. So from this position where we're going to focus our energy, and it doesn't really matter what you're doing with your hands, you can just relax, use them as kickstands on the ground, but we're going to focus our attention on this back leg. And from this 90-90 position, what we're going to do is we're going to work through some tibial rotation. So keeping the knee on the ground, what we're going to do is we're going to lift big toe off the ground, and then we're going to come up and lift that heel off the ground. So we're going to do 5 of these back and forth, big toe off, heel off, toes off, heel off, and just working through that internal and external rotation. If you're having a difficult time, especially in external rotation, lifting those toes off the ground, just try and you can either close that ankle down. If that doesn't work, just work on isolating that position and working from where your range is. Good. And last one. We're going to switch sides, going to our opposite 90-90. And we're going to finish the day off with 5 of these. So coming up onto our heel, onto our toes, onto our heel. Remember, keeping that knee on the ground. 2 more. Last one. Good. That's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next virtual Kinstretch.